so go ahead and introduce yourself to the people who may not know who you are.
My name is Garbs Infinite, co-founder of the Ohio Hip Hop Awards and Learn to Earn Music Conference, co-owner, founder of Pandemic Music Marketing and Management. Do radio, I produce, I rhyme. I'm just an all-around hip-hop renaissance man.
Yeah.
All around hip-hop renaissance.
That's what's up. So let's get right into it. This year is the 10-year anniversary of the Ohio Hip Hop Awards. So you guys started in 2005?
2006 was
2006? Okay, that's dope. So what was the sole motivation for starting the award show?
Well, there was a few. First and foremost, like during that time period, excuse me, I'm losing my voice a little bit, so you have to excuse me. But when you look back at the time period, really nobody was getting a lot of national, larger or regional love during that time period from Cleveland and then Ohio. You know, there was a handful, but you know, we kind of thinking like, man, we need to highlight the talent from our area. We need to, instead of waiting on the industry to come to us, you know, we decided to do it ourselves, to try to create one. You know what I mean?
Right.
Try to make them come, try to, excuse me, we create it and then they will come. Kind of like the Field of Dreams, you know, if you build it, then they will come. Loran and I were, you know, we were doing a promo, so we had an office downtown. And, you know, he was talking to Majestic, Big Hef, and Suave about this idea, you know, like about creating an award show. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, I'm down to meet on it, you know what I'm saying? Right. If everything's right, you know what I mean? I'll definitely get involved. And, you know, it just started from there. So we started meeting every week and move forward on it. Just move forward on it. It's interesting to see, like, the growth, because, like, when we first started, we had paper ballots.
Like the real voting shit.
Right, exactly, which was hell.
Oh, man. Was it the first one at, like, the Metropolis or something?
First one was at the Metropolis, exactly.
Y'all had to have ballot counters and everything.
What'd you say?
Y'all had ballot counters and everything.
We counted the ballots.
Oh.
Like, and it was us sitting in the office.
Have mercy on y'all, man.
Oh man, it was crazy. Like, and then, you know, 2007, that's when we went digital. Like, okay, you can't do this.
That's a lot of work.
Paper ballot stuff is crazy. So, and it kind of it expanded our reach too. You know, we're just doing it online and you know, with getting more votes from a larger span. You know what I mean? Because the first year, you know, there was a lot more Cleveland artists, you know, on there. There were other Ohio artists on there as well, but you know what I mean. We just, you know, it was we didn't have the far-spanning reach as we did the next year, the following years after that, up till now. You know what I mean? To where we're really all over the state.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Now we did an interview with Big Hef on one of the past seasons on Pink Cocaine Mondays, and he gave us a lot of insight on as far as the process that artists have to go through in order to get nominated. So a question that I have for you is, who actually listens to the music of the artists that submit they pack it and they do everything that they need to do? Who actually listens to the music and reaches out to their management or whoever they need to talk to in order to get them involved in the Ohio Hip Hop Awards?
From a nomination perspective?
Yeah.
Well, we all do.
Everybody that's on the board?
Right.
Okay.
So we sit down and we look at all the press packets and you know, the EPKs and watch the videos and listen to the music and then, with those submissions as well as like the pre-nomination time period, we do research. It's a very tedious process actually because we open it up for the public to let us know who you think should be nominated. You know what I mean? You can get 100, 200 nominations for such and such rapper. Then you look up this rapper and it's low quality. And they don't even have music out. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we actually take time and go over everything and kind of
So it's an official screening process.
There is.
Okay.
And that's a tedious.
So it's not popularity based or anything like that?
Well, popularity does go into it because if you have to be relevant and popular to get a nomination. You know what I'm saying? But the nomination time period, as well as submitting your EPK and all that stuff, that helps to show us that okay, you're doing something, you're active. You know what I mean? So a lot of people complain, oh well, it's a popularity contest. Well, what do you mean? Look at every award show from the BET Awards to the Grammy Awards. And what is that? It's a popularity contest. You know what I'm saying? And the people that are on the ballot are popular and they're selling units and they're making moves. So, ours is just scaled back a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But because we're not there yet. Keyword yet. But it's a similar concept. The one difference between those award shows and ours though is that we give out a lot more awards on the main stage, and we try to represent or do our best in representing the entire culture, from the graffiti to the b-boys, b-girls, to the fashion, to really everything that's involved with hip-hop culture within our state.
Okay. So while we're kind of touching base on that, I think it's a good leeway. How do you guys handle, how do I put this? The mad rappers. I mean, like, we all seen it every year around this time. I mean, the mad rappers pretty much go in from about August to October.
Once the ballot drops.
Yeah, once the nominations go, once the ballots drop, and then once the winners are announced, it's kind of like, okay, the people that don't get nominated have something to say, and then the people who got nominated and didn't win have something to say. Like, how do you guys handle that? Every year you guys get slack for that.
It's expected. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, we're used to it. You know what I mean? Because this is the 10th year that we've done it. And every year there's somebody that isn't happy, At first, it was like very angering and frustrating. You know what I mean?
I could imagine.
Because like when we first started out, there's no playbook.
Right. Or format.
Yeah, or format for us to be like, okay, well, this is the way that you're supposed to do it.
Right.
And at the beginning, for us to put, our feeling was like, okay, well, for us to put all this time forward and all this effort, resources, money, because none of this stuff is free. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, why y'all? What are you doing? We trying to build. Which, of course, that's where we're still at. We're trying to build, but now it's kind of, to me, in a lot of cases, it's sad. It's more sad than it makes me more sad than angry, because in a lot of cases, it's people that I would respect or say peace to, what's happening. You know what I mean? And then one week we good, and then the next week you're running a campaign to bash us. When it's like, some cats have even been nominated before.
I've heard diss tracks and everything for the
as long as they don't say my name. See, I'm an MC first. You know what I'm saying? As long as they don't. Okay. you say my name, you mention my name, then
You got problems.
then
it's serious when you make a diss
I'm
track
pretty
to the
dope.
entire
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
if necessary, I will put my MC hat back on and start slaying cats. You know what I mean? But end of the day, it is what it is. You know, at first it was anger. Now it's sad, but at the same time, it does make us happy though that people still that we're relevant enough to make you mad that you weren't nominated, or to even go. Like a lot of people will say, "Oh, fuck them, whatever," But at the end of the day, they're still promoting what we do. So you're mad, and you're telling all your crowd how mad you are.
Right.
Then that crowd was, well, let me go see that ballot. Let me go see who else. Oh, well, they got such and such on there. They got such and like, what is this dude talking about?
Right.
And that's what happens in a lot of cases, and it builds our fan base. You know what I mean? And the crowd that actually is aware of what we're doing. So it doesn't necessarily bother us at this point. I mean, it is what it is. I hate that a lot of times it's grown folks, you know what I mean, acting like high school cats, you know what I mean, like you did.
The angry rapper.
Yeah, it's like, yo, and the fact is that even if you're not nominated, this is like Ohio Hip Hop Awards weekend or week now. It's a really great opportunity for people to network and build and connect with people, and not just other artists and people that are within our state's industry, but just fans and people that are coming out. Like, you could be like, fuck Garbs. Okay, that's fine. But you still need to go ahead and pay your $25 and get you a ticket and bring 1,000 CDs and pass them out. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't come, it's not necessarily hurting me. I mean, we would love y'all to be there. You know what I'm saying? We would love the cats to be there, but you're hurting yourself because now you're missing an opportunity to get yourself hurt. So you could potentially come back next year and be nominated. You know what I mean? Because two is that there's only 8 people, up to 8 slots in each category. We can't nominate 20 different people.
Right.
That's when we did it first, and then we started working back. It's like, okay, to 10, and then now we're at 8, which it makes it more elite.
Yeah.
It makes it more important. So, if we nominated 20 people in every category, it wouldn't be,
right.
You know what I mean? It wouldn't be that exclusive.
Right.
It wouldn't be that important. So, and everybody can't be nominated, and decisions have to be made. And my partners and I, we argue to death. We argue like we ain't friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, we argue like we ain't friends.
Yeah.
We're making the ballot because we care about it. So, it's not as simple as, oh, well, we're just going to pick this person. No, it's just not that. A lot of people have a misconception about that. Excuse me, I am a little bit long-winded.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
It does make me happy that people care about it that much, to even acknowledge it, whether a negative or positive.
Okay. No.
Now, while we got you on that road right there, for all of the artists that's watching the interview, what are the most important pieces and the criteria that you guys look at when they submit in their EPK or their music for nominations for the awards?
Well, first and foremost, people have to submit. You know what I mean? Like, we can't know. There's thousands of rappers and
Millions.
DJs within the state. I'm just saying the state.
Millions.
Thousands. You know what I mean? Of
right.
people that are trying to be a part of this and do this. You know what I mean? And make music. I can't know such and such from, uh, Toledo, who just is now mad that he didn't get nominated, but he didn't even submit a single, or you know what I'm saying, such and such from you know Akron or whatever city it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we can't know every single person off the top. That's why it's very imperative that you submit and that you tell your fans to, you know, when we open it up for nominations, drive people to the site, because we look at it's the unique visitors, you know what I'm saying, from IP addresses, and you know, if you got a bunch of people, you got a following, you got a bunch of people that are like, yo, this guy needs to be nominated. Or this girl needs to be nominated. They need to be on your ballot. We're gonna look it up. We're gonna look it up and see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we've discovered a lot of artists that we weren't familiar with in other markets outside of Cleveland. You know what I mean? So we have to have the music first and foremost. But when submitting, you want it to look professional. You want to let us know everything that you've done within the past year, whether it's, you know, throwing shows, performing at shows, traveling. Have you been nominated for something else? Have you gotten any media exposure? How many videos have you put out? What is the quality of your videos? You know what I mean? Like, what sets you apart from everybody else, from all the other thousands and thousands of people that are doing this music thing? What sets you apart? Why should your name be in one of those 8 slots in these 40 categories that we got, as opposed to somebody else?
That's a good point.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I know this year you guys, instead of doing the Ohio Hip Hop Award weekend, you guys are doing the entire week.
Yeah.
So go ahead and tell us about that. Like, when does it start, and what are some of the events that you guys got going on?
Well, first off, we definitely want to say thank you to Tri-C, Cuyahoga Community College, because we've partnered up with them this year, which has expanded our week, and we kind of tied everything together because they've had an event going on for a while called the Hip Hop Homecoming. Mm-hmm. So, you know, since ours was the same week this year, you know, we're tied into the market that they're trying to reach out to and be a part of. You know, we partnered up, and we're pretty excited about that. So
yeah, that's a good look.
Yeah, that's really dope.
It's definitely one of those things that it's definitely a blessing from our perspective too. You know, an accredited college is like, yeah, we're down to partner up with you for what you guys do, and you know, we can help each other out and make something really, really awesome happen. You know what I mean? So like that in itself is a blessing, especially for this being a 10-year anniversary. To be able to do that is awesome. We're starting on Wednesday at Tri-C Metro. There will be a panel discussion about a bunch of different topics pertaining on the social side, and involving it in with the music and the culture of hip hop. So that is at 3 p.m. I'm gonna have to double check on that. It starts at 3 p.m. There's a lot of times, a lot of like unique stuff going on.
Yeah, it's a lot of things going on. I was looking at the flyer, so it's like multiple events in one day.
Yeah. And that's where we're, you know, that's kind of the really cool part about this this coming up weekend, that we have also, well, more than weekend, but then we got later on that day, we'll be at the mic check over at the symposium, and then the next day, Thursday, some really dope events going on too, because there's a free concert, it's the Hip Hop Homecoming concert, and we're bringing out Twista, Big Bucci, Ray Jr., Preem DiBiase, and you know, there'll be some free food there, and
you got us.
And it's a free concert.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Free and
it's
free food.
free.
Oh yeah.
You know, all you got to do is show up
Right.
and see some good music. You know what I
Can't beat
mean?
it.
Right.
So yeah, exactly. You can't beat it. So some people were saying like, "Oh man, it's a Thursday." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's free."
Right.
Like you can't complain
Right.
with free 99.
And that's actually earlier in the day, right?
Yeah,
Because
actually
I
the
know
concert
yeah.
starts at noon. So the concert aspect will go from 12 to 3.
Okay.
And then immediately after that, we'll be going into a different area inside of the college, Metro Campus, Tri-C. And there will be an MC battle and a producer battle. So audio attack, it's going to be pretty dope. You know what I mean? Like there's some really dope battles scheduled on the producer side as well as the MC side. So really just trying to expand and really, you know, hit the different parts of the culture. So it's not just one. It's not just the award show. You know what I mean? Then on Friday, that's when we have like the Learn to Earn workshops. Now, the Learn to Earn workshops, what those are, there'll be class settings to where, you know, they'll educate people. Like if such and such is if an artist or, you know, a manager is trying to get educated on different things from, you know, maybe or a DJ. We have a DJ class, a publishing class, you know, a producing class, team building. You know what I mean? Like things like this that are so imperative for an artist or anybody in the entertainment industry to actually learn and to progress themselves within this industry. So that is going to be extremely dope. And that is starting at 1. So there's a total of 9 classes, 1 to 4, 9 classes, which will run concurrently. You know, so you'll be able to, you know, pay 1 fee, then you'll get to go to 3 different classes. Now, the way that it's set up though, is that, you know, each of the classes, you know, yeah, of course you would like to go to all of them, you know what I mean? But each schedule, like block A, block B, block C, will kind of go down the line of importance of kind of relating together. So if you're an artist, you want to go to this one, or if you're a producer, you want to go through this one right there. So, but you can pick and choose, and you know, it would be your choice to see what you.
That's a nice aspect to incorporate.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, you know what the thing is that one of our primary goals and focuses, which a lot of people don't really take advantage of or really understand, is the educational aspect. Because a lot of people want to be part of the kicking it side, they want to be part of the parties and the nominated and go to the award show, which, yeah, we want you to be there too. But the educational aspect, which, you know, with the partnership with Tri-C, we're expanding on this year. That's what you need to be at. Like if you're an artist and like, oh man, you're running around in circles, you aren't maybe not reaching like where you want it to be. You know what I mean? If you come to these classes, you may learn something that you weren't aware of. You know what I mean? Learn something that, man, I didn't even think about that, or I didn't get my publishing together. I don't know how it works. So those classes are some of the most important things that are going on during this week. You know, we all like to hang out and kick it, but you know, we all like to hang out and kick it. But the educational aspect, you know, and learning the business, that's to us the most important side.
It has to.
You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people really, they forget that side. You know, but then it's very difficult. Then they wonder, well, why isn't this happening? Well, do you have your business together? Is your business together? Like, are you even positioned if something transpires with a record that you have. If you got a single and it's like immediate. Do you have your BDS together? Do you have your publishing together? Are your samples cleared? You know what I mean? If you sample, who's all on the record? Are those other features that are on the record? Are their publishing? Is their publishing together? You know, so
that's how you make your money.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So a lot of cases, I think we all of us, you know, as a whole, we got into the music because we love it. You know what I mean? And I think in a lot of cases, people kind of turn away once you start talking about money. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure you both experienced that. It's like people like, you know, they shy away when you start talking about money. Like, hey, hold on. When the fact is that it's a business. It's like, yeah, you wouldn't be doing it if you weren't doing it for the love in the first place. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're here. That's why we're sitting here right now just chopping it up.
Right.
Because you love it. But we have to, I'm sorry. We have to look at it as a business, because especially when it pertains to hip hop music, if you look historically, hip hop artists have gotten screwed over. Traditionally. Just been screwed over out of money, signing bad deals, you know, and not getting their just desserts. I mean, actually not even just hip hop artists, but you know what I mean, I would say in general, black artists in general. Like, I took a class actually down at Ohio State, and it was talking about that. Like, you know, went through like the history of, you know, black music. What was the class called? I think it was called From Doo-wop to Bebop to Hip Hop.
Sounds interesting.
And like, it was like a mind-blowing like class.
I could imagine. I keep up. He'll tell you, I watch all the little back in the day music movies and all that. So I know it was a lot of that going on, and it's still going on today, sadly.
Right. I
That's
mean,
what's crazy.
When you think of it, like, I mean, a lot of the artists, there were tons of artists that, you know, they made the original song, and then it was reused, regurgitated, you know, dumbed down a little bit, made a little bit more friendly.
The artist is always exploited.
Exactly.
You know.
So, you know, and even beyond just black artists, just artists in general, you know, you have to be protected. You have to know what's going on. You have to read, you know, if you're presented with a contract, first off, you need to read it.
Definitely.
Second off, if you're unaware of what something means, if you have an issue with deciphering what that contract says, you need to have somebody on your team, or know of somebody, or reach out to somebody that knows what's on that paper. Because I've seen, you know, even local artists get screwed over on that aspect too. Because, you know, it's like, if you're offered a deal, you know what I mean, like, and you're a younger artist, you're like, oh, a deal. I'm just excited. You know what I mean? It sounds good. Yeah, I'm signing such and such. But what is that label going to be providing you? What is your percentage? What is your cut? What are they taking from you if something does go on? You know what I mean? And it really makes a profit off it. You know? So that's why the educational aspect is so very important. It's the most important part of it. Because nowadays, it's not even just, you know, back when we were kids, you know, it was the most talented cats. You know what I'm saying? It was the best MCs that were getting deals. And like, oh, they're good, so they get a deal. You know, it doesn't work that way.
Totally opposite.
Totally opposite.
All you need is a hot hook And a nice beat.
And a weird haircut.
Well, not even, you know what? Not even just that. You know what? Not even, it don't even gotta be that hot.
Right,
You
don't.
gotta have your marketing together.
Right.
You gotta have
Marketing
The
and promotion
marketing
together.
is very important.
You know, so
Very important.
and that will be one of the classes as well. You know what I mean? It's like cats need to learn how to market themselves.
I need to go to that one. What day is that?
That is on Friday. Those are the
Friday.
learn how to
Okay.
workshops.
Okay.
And then after that, later on, we have a it's a RSVP only party at the Bulkley House. What time is that? I think that is 7 o'clock, I believe. 6 o'clock. So 6 to 11. You got an RSVP for that, you know. But it is open, but it's at 200. You gotta stop. You know what I mean?